Hello, Pizza Farts. You have a great name. You arrived just in time to see the second hack in HD. This is my second hack. I'm just playing through the two hacks I've made because, I don't know, I already know them. Just kind of want to showcase this HD patch. But this is the Blue Plague. This was entered in the Deep Blue contest for Metroid Construction. And um, we can already see some elements of the story here. So we're just going to start. And immediately you'll see the intro screen is going to be a little interesting. The intro text. Pizza Farts, this hack, okay. So this ROM hack, the Blue Plague, was originally made like in regular Super Metroid, not HD, of course. And it is available on the Metroid Construction website. It is in the contest page. It's in the Deep Blue contest. This is the Blue Plague. And then the HD, yeah, this is a good start. Don't worry, it gets good once you can actually play the game. And then the HD patch was made by a guy named Osesi, and he made it work with this emulator called bsnes-hd. So his HD patch just happens to work with my hacks, so I'm like, I think this would be a great way to raise awareness. So here we go. Now we can see legit Super Metroid in HD. And it looks great. You can just see so much. You can see the ship is a little glitchy, but everything else works pretty good. You can kind of see past the edges of some of the screens. That's just kind of because this hack wasn't made with you being able to see this far in mind. But yeah, I like it a lot too. This is definitely a solid patch that Osesi made for HD, and I'm hoping that it gets more attention. So this area right here in the top right, I actually put a lot of work into the tiling of it. Now you can see more of it. It's just kind of complicated looking pipes and stuff, I don't know. So as we begin this hack actually has a decent story, so I'm going to tell you what it is. We are currently on an asteroid that is hurtling towards Earth. And this asteroid has the Blue Plague on it. And so we must stop it. So the Blue Plague is just kind of represented by like these poisonous looking bubbles and stuff. And there's one more way it's represented that you'll see in a minute. But yeah, so rooms that are thinner, like this room right here, you can't really see a difference in widescreen. But this next room that I'm going to go in is going to look good again. So it kind of varies because the hacks like aren't designed around it. But once we start getting hacks that people designed with the HD in mind, it's going to be great. But yeah, this is a wide room that you can really just see so much now. And so here's another element of the story here. There's these enemies that are like infected by the plague, so they're blue and invincible and stuff. So that's an interesting like gameplay change. This is kind of cool. You can see the other side of the door from here. Not every door is like that, but... So there's Morph Ball over here. Of course. It's very boring. It is the boring ball. Why is it the boring ball? Because it's boring, duh. This hack just plays a little bit better, I think, too. Like, Morph Ball bounce is mostly removed. And just little things like that were implemented into this hack. I kind of like this hack a little bit better than my other one. This room looks pretty good. You can see these blue space pirates, or these blue key hunters, actually. Better watch out. Actually, I should mention this area. It's kind of funny. You can see I tiled these pipes really far back because I thought nobody would ever see this far back, but, well, that didn't work. Okay, so now you have a choice here. You can go left or right, and depending on which way you go, you actually get different items because you get locked in. So I'm going to go right, And you'll see I am now locked in to my choice. So, one thing is also in this hack is when you save, you can actually save again without leaving the room. Like if I go back, I can save again. That's a nice touch. I'm going to point that out because I made it. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. That was kind of a side effect of me fixing it so you couldn't save during the escape. I was like, I could also make it so you can't save. I should be able to collect this, right? I would think I can collect this, but maybe not. Oh, duh, I have Morph Ball. What am I doing? Reserve tanks are amazing. MST is well aware of how... Yeah, so for anyone asking or curious about a copy of these patches, these are publicly available. The HD patch for Super Metroid is... you can find it in the description of one of Osessi's YouTube videos. His name is like OCESSE, I believe. So if you look him up, you'll find his YouTube channel pretty quickly. You can download the HD Super Metroid patch. This turned out good. Yeah, this room looks really nice in HD as well. And then if you patch that on top of the Blue Plague, then you can play this hack in HD as well. And you could try other hacks as well. Some of them might not work, like if you tried to patch it on top of like Super Metroid Ascent or something, the hack has so much custom code it probably won't work. But Osessi did make some special patches for other hacks that are really big, like Redesign. That wouldn't work with the regular HD patch, but Osessi made a special version for that should work. So yeah, definitely check out that YouTube video he posted. If you're curious to know more. So now that we've got missiles, we can advance. Wanted to get some extra missiles. Missiles are really fast in this hack. It's very fun. They travel so quickly. And then the correct way to progress. Oh yeah, there's one bug actually in this hack because of the HD patch, and I have no idea why. But this room gets pretty bugged out. I don't want to grab the map station just in case it breaks. I don't really think it will, but might as well not risk it. Most things do work in this hack with the HD patch applied, though. I'm kind of surprised. Very pleasantly surprised. Just being able to see so far, one of the other great benefits of this HD patch is in Kraid's room, because you can see the width of almost the entire room. So when you're fighting Kraid, you can actually see him from like across the room. It's so nice. It's one of the best improvements in this HD patch. So you'll see pretty quick here as we go up here to battle Kraid. Even as he backs up quite far, we'll be able to see him all the way over there. Is Kraid vulnerable to my regular beam? No. Okay. Didn't think so. Oh boy. Okay, better not die to Kraid. That would be bad. Kraid is really, like, coming right up close to me here. I need his claws to drop me stuff. I'm trying to farm. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, this guy is not having it today. Why are his drops so bad? None of these things are dropping anything. I have, like, never went this long without getting drops in Kraid. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. We got some energy, at least. Really? Okay. Wow. Guess this just shows how skilled I am at Kraid. You know, we actually can leave Kraid's room and refill. I think I'm gonna just have another go at him. I think I'm gonna leave and try again. So one thing about this hack that's really funny is you can just leave crate and try him again if you're having trouble. I'm not exactly sure why I decided to include that, but I did. So now we can fill up a little bit more. Might as well. I'd really like to not die. Dying is not good. My drop luck was just so bad in Kraid's room. Like, I should have been getting more missiles and health to kill him. Gonna die in my own hack. Okay, we'll just get filled up on missiles. And we should be good. Okay. Now we're gonna try not to waste these missiles as well. I guess the HD version did not save me from my poor skill. Also, Kraid's room is way less laggy because in this emulator you have to overclock the SNES to handle the HD, but as a side effect, Kraid is like not laggy at all. Very nice. We have to wait for him to open his mouth. There he goes, of course. Kraid waits for no man. I'm really getting sick of his arm blocking everything. There we go. I love these fast missiles. Okay, well now I'm gonna need his claws to drop some missiles for me. Okay, now hopefully... There we go. Not a problem. Okay. So one thing that the HD version kind of breaks is this room. You can see that there's clearly a secret over there. Normally you wouldn't be able to see that. But one thing that power bombs in this room does, it actually shows you a lot of things. Because first of all, it opens that door. Second of all, it shows you this elevator behind the blocks. And third of all, it shows you that power bombs reveal tiles. Just like in Zero Mission in this hack. So the power bomb revealed that there's a super missile block there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go back and collect some more items, because there's more items back here that we can now access now that we have power bombs. One of them being right here. So yeah, just you can see just how far width-wise you can see. Again, like, it's easy to forget, but normally this game was only in 4x3. Like, you couldn't see this wide at all. It feels so natural now when you play it with this patch. It's easy to actually just forget that this is so nice. I guess it's like a luxury, you know? Now, I believe there is a missile in here. Yes. That's why I was waiting for that. And then this should be the correct path. Yep, so this is kind of like a maze. You can see out of bounds right there. Normally, again, you wouldn't be able to see that, but you can just see there's another room. I'm going to mention quite a few rooms just to showcase this. How much farther you can see width-wise in this room than regularly in Super Metroid. So we got Spring Ball. That's very nice. It's a very nice item. And using... There's also refill bugs down there in case we run out of power bombs, because yes, I did think of that. Because you need to bomb jump, and you need to destroy some bomb blocks, but this should do it. Oh no, it didn't do it, because I need to bomb jump up there still. So we have to go back here and take advantage of those refill bugs. Let's see, all we need is one power bomb. I'm pretty sure I made sure these guys can drop power bombs. Yep, okay, thank goodness. I was getting a little worried there. That was an oversight. But no, I think I had to change their drops for that. Okay, so now if we can just... There we go. Nice. Okay, so we have spring ball. Oh, I have spring ball. What am I doing? I didn't need bombs to bomb jump there. Okay. So coming back to the story of this hack, we are making our way back up towards the surface. And I actually am going to go up this way. And once we get up there, you'll see that time has passed. Time does pass in the world of the Blue Plague. And I'm pretty proud of how I showed that. How I just showed that time is of the essence. We have to destroy this asteroid before it's too late. This is maybe not the most efficient route. Let's just blow this up while we can. Get an amazing item right here. Absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite item. And then there's also some useful items over here. Wow, that didn't even blow up this bomb block right here. So here's another blue enemy. Remember, these guys are invincible so far. We haven't been able to kill them. So I could try some of my new toys on them, actually. But nothing does the trick. Also, you can go under this door because why not? Alright. We have another very useful item coming up. I mean, every item's useful to some degree. Now that we have spring ball, we don't have to worry as much about this guy. He's having a dance party right there. So bombs are always nice. And in this room we've also got some chain blocks that you can use to play with your bombs. Those were not in vanilla Super Metroid, of course. But they are fun. I actually might go back. So there's an E-tank in here. A life tank, sorry. Because it has to be different. There's a life tank in here. And I think I might... Yeah, I'm going to go grab another life tank. There's another one that's somewhat close to here. We'll just go through the door this time, because we're boring. So again, one thing with this HD patch I've noticed is that he must have changed the code and made it so you spawn really far away from the door. Like if you look where I spawn after I come out of this door, I'm like halfway through the room. The vanilla game was definitely not like that. So it was probably something to do with lining up the screen or something for his HD patch, which is understandable. It's just a very interesting change. More invincible dudes. It's always fun. I actually should have came back here earlier. I could have gotten an E-tank. Because this is an E-tank. Spoilers. I could have gotten this E-tank for Kraid. But all I had was a reserve tank instead. This probably would have made it so I didn't have to exit his room and try again. Kraid's room is pretty glitchy when you exit it. Like during the door transition, your entire HUD just breaks. I don't really know why. I don't know if that's exclusive to this hack or if you changed Vanilla's Kraid so you could exit his room if it would do the same thing. Obviously, you're not supposed to exit his room while you're fighting him. But now that we've got Spring Ball, we're actually morph locked in this tunnel, which is kind of not the best. But we can Spring Ball out. This tunnel we're not morph locked in, though. Just to showcase that. And one secret that not many people found, I didn't see anyone who found this before. I actually have to hope that someone drops power bombs. I don't think anyone in here is going to do it. Because I want to show something in the... I believe this was in the original version. Yeah, it was. What I'm going to show pretty soon. There we go. I can just go up here. What's over here? That's just an, like, exit path. I don't need to go over there. Okay. So in this room, right here, you can actually power bomb and break this platform. And there's a secret here. And there's one really interesting thing about this, because if I keep going down, you see that this room with Morph Ball and the room up there, these are actually all connected. This is just one room. And that's a pretty cool secret, because you just, I don't know, you just didn't even know that they were connected before. I have not seen anyone who found that on their own. If I got good at bomb jumping, that would help. Because there's more up here. Because I remember when I was watching people play through the contest version of this hack, they were disappointed because there was no secret up here. But I did add an item. I don't remember what it was. Man, I am failing this so hard. I've been playing too much Metroid Zero Mission, which has, like, very different bomb timer. So this just feels so slow. Okay, now we're good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so up here, there is an E-tank. Very useful. So, because I don't like watching players go try to find a secret and then be disappointed, so. And when I was making the contest version, I didn't have time to add a lot of extra secrets. Oh, I don't have power bombs. I really need power bombs. Can side hoppers drop power bombs? I don't really think they can. I know that these guys can, because I made it so that they can. Here we go. Because otherwise it's possible to get, like, stuck. Or I think I increased their drop chance. I think they were able to do it before, maybe. Yeah, but again, just... if anyone here is new to the stream and they're curious about this HD patch, it was made by bsnes-hd for Super Metroid, and it makes Super Metroid work with the bsnes-hd emulator. And so you can play your hacks in widescreen. You can play vanilla game in widescreen as well, which is what the patch was actually made for. But it just happens to work with my 2 hacks that I've released. And you should definitely check it out. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is just to raise awareness that it exists, and it looks really nice. And pretty soon you're going to see what I mean when I say it looks really nice. We're about to enter the landing site area again. And we're going to take a look at the view. Because it has changed. There's different here now. So you might remember when we first entered the planet, or the asteroid, we could see Earth. Well, now Earth is a lot bigger. And why is that? It's because our asteroid has gotten closer to the Earth. So now with this HD patch, we can see this whole area in its full glory. The Earth is definitely a lot bigger, and honestly, it looks really nice. I was really happy with how this image turned out in the hack. Hey, Safi. Yeah, so I assume you know about bsnes-hd's HD patch. It just happened to work with my hacks, so I was just showing it off. Trying to raise some awareness, because it's really awesome. Yeah, so we get a better view of the planet than we ever did before. And once more time passes, we will be able to see the planet in an even bigger form. And I still don't have power bombs, so we're gonna refill. And again, there's a couple little things that are wonky with this. Like if you go near the ship, you can see it on the other side of your screen. But all in all, this works really well. It's perfectly playable. Okay, so let's proceed. Now we can enter the abandoned biological laboratory area. So just in case players miss seeing that the planet's bigger, this room kind of forces them to see it. Because this is the only way you can enter the area, I believe, for the first time. There is another entrance, but you need other items. So now we have this tile set. I believe it was made by Black Falcon. It is like, I don't know, it's cool. Don't remember what it's called. I was trying to recall the name. So now we have gates everywhere. Because room limits are fun. Man, I just love how fast these missiles travel. Also, you can see the side hopper from so much farther away now with this widescreen patch. It's you can just shoot him down before he gets even close. It's so easy to like forget how much farther you can see. Like, because once you're playing, it just becomes second nature. You're like, oh, I can see this far. But I mean, if you were to compare this to like, yeah, item boxes do have some jank, Safi. Hopefully he fixes that in a future release. He's definitely not done. This is version 0.2 of the HD patch, and it's not really meant for people to patch on top of hacks yet, outside of the specific ones he's released. But I did it anyway, so that's cool. But yeah, hopefully he'll fix the item boxes. But if you compare this footage to like someone playing the regular version of this hack, it's night and day just how much farther you can see to the left and right. You just feel so much more immersed, I guess. I don't really need these power bombs. I don't feel like waiting for the item box. So yeah, this is the 1.1.1 version because it's customary for all my hacks to end on like a really long version number. Where some of the changes that people suggested were in effect. Specifically, you can walk through these like pillars now that hold up these platforms. That was a big complaint. Normally you couldn't walk through these in the original, and that just got in the way of movement all the time. It's not fun. No longer a problem. We're also about to get a really nice view of a million spikes, because this hack would not be good without a room full of spikes. So here we go. We're going to enter the spike zone. These spikes aren't even animated because I didn't add FX to the room, which you need if you want to turn on the tile animation, but it adds to the quality of this. So quality. Yeah, it's nice to be able to see so far though. Regardless, helps you dodge the spikes if you're any good, which by the looks of it I am not. But now we have the space beam because every item name was different because I said so. So now we can shoot through walls because it's wave beam. You can also shoot this guy from very far away. Yeah, being able to see so much farther does make it a little easier because you have more reaction time to enemies and such. But yeah, I definitely, again, I think that this is something that hackers should be considering now, is making it so that their hacks are compatible with this. Especially once Assessi finishes his work on this HD patch and releases the code. I definitely think that it's something that people should consider using for their hacks, like releasing an HD patch alongside it, just so that we can experience hacks in HD if we want to. Now I understand not everyone's going to want to because you have to design your rooms around it, like so you can't see things that you're not supposed to see, but I don't know. It's definitely at least worth considering. So now we're about to get an item that is one of the most contentious aspects of this hack, the Paralyzer. And that is because, well, it's a reskinned Ice Beam. It's a very cool looking Ice Beam actually, but what it really is meant to be based off of, in case you couldn't tell, is the Paralyzer from Metroid Zero mission that you get once you're in the Zero Suit segment. which only freezes enemies for a few seconds. So they very quickly, you have about 3 seconds, I would say. Funnily enough, this is actually a lot longer than what I was originally going to have it be. It was originally going to be about like a half second to a second, somewhere in that range. And that was just like so hard to use. But in its current form, people still had some trouble with it with a room coming up that I'll talk about in a moment. Alright, so here we are. This is the area. So, this is a segment where you have to climb a long vertical shaft using this short ice beam timer, and some people didn't like it, but honestly, it's not too bad, as you see, once you get good. I don't know, it's an interesting challenge, because like in vanilla game that wouldn't be challenging at all, but it's nice to have some degree of challenge in your hacks. Also, we have obtained some items now where we can actually like affect these blue enemies. The paralyzer beam can stun them, as we can see here, obviously, and the super missiles can actually kill them. They're the only thing that can kill these blue enemies. So, definitely interesting. I'm not going to refill missiles yet, or supers yet, because there's actually another refill in the next room. As soon as I get through here. There we go. Alright, so now we're in the final section of the hack. We're going up to the surface level. Interesting, interesting. So we can get the stability suit, which is a lovely shade of green. Lovely. One other thing about this hack is that you can save multiple times per room. I have mentioned this already, but it's very nice. Take advantage of it if you play this. Just save twice. Okay, so now this is a good view for sure. So this is the final boss room. He's not here yet, but we have a full view of the outside in widescreen HD Super Metroid. And you can really just take in the full glory of the planet now. Normally you couldn't even like fit this whole thing on one screen. Or you could, but like it's very difficult. But with this patch we can see even better, and this is the kind of thing that is only possible with this patch, just getting this good of a view. Very nice. So now we're in the main reactor core, so naturally, being Samus Aran, we're gonna blow it up. And of course, only now does the final boss take the time to show himself. And yes, it's Gold Torizo, and he is actually somewhat difficult. But if you know the strategy of just standing under him... Ah, if I could line it up right. Okay, this should be right. Let's see if he... Yeah, okay, we're good. So one thing a lot of people didn't notice about this hack is the charge beam timer is far shorter. You can shoot charge beams really fast. And the audio cue isn't sped up. Maybe that's part of the problem. But you can see Samus flashing like really early on. So we're just gonna cheat on my own boss because, you know, I'm good. Just taking this view one last time. Alright. So now we have a moment of silence before the escape. Notice we can't save during the escape. That was a thing you could do in the original version. That was bad. But... And now our moment of calm is over. Ah! Okay. So I believe the fastest route to take to escape is... Oh, I don't have high jump. That would make it easier. is up here. Right through here. Because there is a way that you can... the other entrance to this area that I was talking about earlier is right over here. You need super missiles. To get through this door. And I believe this is the fastest way to get out of the planet, actually. It's kind of funny to actually leave this area and then go to a different area. It's just kind of how the cookie crumbles, I guess. And also, okay, so this escape has a bug where the music resets like almost every room. That is because I used a patch by Phosphadidal, or however you say his name, and it has some side effects. I don't think I'll be using it again. No offense, man. It's a solid patch because it makes it easier. Basically, the patch makes it so you don't need a separate room state for every single room in the escape, which is really nice, actually, especially for a contest where you have limited time. But it has this like music bug kind of. Well, it doesn't have a music bug, but like without separate room states, you have no way of setting the music. So I had to like write other code to set the music after each room is loaded, and it does this. Yeah, so part of it's my fault really, but at this point it's not getting fixed. So alright, so we are entering the final showcase of this HD patch. This is the last room. And I hope you've enjoyed this showcase of the widescreen patch. You can find the widescreen patch on Ostesi's channel, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you like your Super Metroid hacks to look like this, where you can just see everything. I mean, look at this. Normally you could only see, I mean, just, I don't know, like a little under 2/3 of this, or a little over, around 2/3 of what you can see now. Probably a little higher than 2/3. But it expands your view a lot. Basically, the edges of the HUD are the edges of what your screen normally would be, so definitely adds something to your experience. Now, the ending sequence in this hack is a little bit destroyed, not gonna lie to you. I did not take the time to fix that in the contest or the main site release, because effort. But now we can see this ending sequence in HD. Very nice. "29 minutes, not bad." I guess both my hacks aren't that different in length, really. I think that Operation Save Thanksgiving is definitely shorter. But if you go fast, you can actually get through both of them in a comparable amount of time. Oh, also the credits are a little bit wonky in this, because like you're not meant to see what's on the edges of the screen. So it just looks weird, but oh well. You know, it's not too bad. Who would have thought that we would be able to play this in full 16:9 aspect ratio one day? Again, I'm not saying that like this is the only way to play. I do think there's still a place for 4x3. I think a lot of people aren't gonna adopt this fully, of course, but I do think that it's a really cool way to experience the game nonetheless. Like, you should at least try it once, probably. So, if you want to see other content from me, such as streams and playthroughs of hacks, as well as showcases of development of my hacks, you can follow me on this Twitch channel that you're watching right now, if you're watching this live. Or if you're on Twitch right now, you can scroll down a little bit, and there is a link to my YouTube channel. You can follow me there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe for more in the future, because I think I probably will post this on YouTube, this video. And I will put a link to my Twitch channel in the description where you can watch streams like this live. And we have more broken ending screen. It's very fun. Interestingly, actually, the stars still don't go to the edge of the screen. They just go to the 4x3 screen. That must be... yeah, that's interesting. %70.3%. All right. Nice. Alright guys, I think that is going to do it for this stream. Thank you for tuning in. You should be able to watch the VOD on Twitch immediately, and I will also probably post this to my YouTube channel if you ever missed anything. But yeah, definitely check out this HD patch for Super Metroid. I'm looking forward to when it gets completed. And I'll see you guys later.